Let's see if, I wonder if you can take off, yeah, it looks like Splinter's also come off. Yep. Oh! Whoa! All right, dudes and dudettes, I had to start with the wide shot today because this is going to be broken up into a two-parter. We got the new movie figures, and today we're going to do the good guys. So we're going to get the brothers, April, and Master Splinter. Here's a quick sneak peek at the villains that will be in part 2. And oh man, I forgot about the tots and the van. So I guess we're gonna have a three-part video on the Mutant Mayhem line from Playmates. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch the trailer for Mutant Mayhem one more time, and then we're gonna open up these bad boys and Splinter. Ooh, man, I can't wait to have a look at these toys. And I'll talk more about the new movie and what I think about it after I watch the trailer one more time. So, be right back. All right, let's have a look at the artwork on the boxes, and then I'll go over what I felt about the upcoming movie. I just watched the trailer again. But here's Splinter, the Master Sensei. With his weapon rack and all that here on the box. And then we have the turtle designs from the movie with the new logo. And on the back, we just see all of the different figures we can collect. Busting out of the New York sewers are 4 bodacious brothers ready to kick butt. Born from mysterious mutant news, these tubular turtles and their radical rat dad have trained in the art of ninjutsu to become a bad guy bashing super team. With their buddy April O'Neil, they're about to face the gnarliest mutants the world has ever seen. That's where all that was coming from. I bet that's great to watch. But I do have all of them. We're going to look at the top ones here today. Next video, we're going to have a look at these guys. And then the artwork on the van. This is a pretty cool box. I might get out the trusty knife and try to save this box because it looks so cool. See, the front panel looks like the front of the... That's pretty cool, man. And the art style... Here, I'll zoom in so it doesn't get blurry. The art style, it looks a lot like how the movie did. The kind of style they're going... Oh, what's up, dude? Oh, man. But it looks a lot like the movie. That's a pretty cool box, though. Yeah, I like it. It looks a lot like the film. Now, as I'm opening this, I'll talk about what I think of the film, of the upcoming film, Trusty Knife Time, because I want to try to preserve this. But I watched the trailer, and I gotta say, it looks fun. It looks like a fun movie. Man, is there no tape? Oh, there it is. There's the tape. I have high hopes. I might be let down, but I have high hopes. Like Seth Rogen and was it Eric Berg? I think it's his. Oh crap! I hit that camera. His buddy that he produces stuff with. I've liked what they've been doing. Like I like The Boys. I liked Preacher. Was it Preacher? Yeah, I think it was Preacher. Oh, yeah, we got to keep that box nice and pristine. Okay, sweet. Are they taped in there? But I got to say, oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Didn't even notice that. I like it. Playmates, that is nice packaging. That's cool. You maybe not want to rip it apart. Here's that tray shot. I'm not going to sing because I'm still talking about my thoughts on the movie. Some people out there, they're like, oh, that looks so terrible. And if you stray away from whatever their favorite iteration of the Turtles is, then they tend to say that. You got some purists out there, but I kind of see it like whenever I see artwork. Crap, that's loud. whenever I see like drawings of the turtles and all that, and I like that. So to me, this is just a new depiction, produced by somebody who has had a pretty decent track record. I'm not going to say everything Seth Rogen does is great, but he does some good stuff. So I'm hoping. I got some high hopes there. And I like the new design. They're definitely different. It got some getting used to, and people point out like some of the stuff I'll probably talk about per each turtle. I'll talk about what I've seen, people talking about with the new designs. But to me, it's just, that's what it is. It's fun new. They got NECA-like tabs up in there. Oh, dang it. I wonder if those are easier to get from the front. Oh, yeah. Looks like they might be. But the movie looks fun. It looks like a fun new iteration. Yeah, it's not going to look like the OG. It's not going to look like anything from the comic books. It's not going to look like the cartoon from the 90s. It's not going to look like the movies. It's its own thing. Take it for that. And the way I see it is, if it ends up being terrible, then we'll just forget about it. I mean, I struggle to remember the Bay Turtles. I don't even think I've ever watched those films. But if it's awesome, it brings about an entirely new generation of Turtles fans, of shellheads. And for those of you out there who are already shellheads and you have children, oh man, it gives you a new way to connect. And that's pretty awesome. These are hard to get out of there, man. They made these harder than NECA. Can I at least get Raph out yet? I don't know. I might have to pause this, continue my thoughts after I get them out of here, because I think it's going to be loud and you don't want to hear me messing around with plastic the whole time. But real quick, I'll just finish up. Yeah, there's going to be controversy with April. Don't care. If you're here for that, no, I don't care. I don't care that she looks different than the other Aprils we've seen. I don't care. If you're here to talk shit about that, then this is the wrong video for you. New designs, man. We're going to have a look at them up close. I see them as that. It's a new iteration of the Turtles. We've had how many iterations? And do I have a favorite? Yes, I do. I sure do. This is it right here. That is the favorite. This is the masterpiece. But I can appreciate new things. And I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. It looks fun. I like the art style. It reminds me of the first Into the Spider-Verse movie. I was very leery of that style of animation, and it turned out to be awesome. So I'm hoping that's what's going on here, and I hope you are too. Let's pop these out of here. Same with Splinter. I'm just going to rip into that because I don't care about this packaging. These turtles won't be taking any orders when evil mutants create mayhem in New York. It's up to Team Green to deliver justice. Bebop is cruising for a bruising by taking on April and the Turtles. Here they are, the good guys of the wave. The reason why I got the four brothers in that van, the Ooze Cruising Figures van, was because, for one, it was the only way to get an April. She is not, at least according to the back of these boxes. See, there's no April there. She's not out for general release. It was the only way to get her. And also, it's like $5 cheaper because you get 6 figures for like $55 versus the $10 a piece. Granted, you're not getting the weapon rack that comes with each turtle. But I don't really care about those, to be honest. Let's just get that out of the way. Look at them. Well, let's just have a look at Splinter up close first. All right. So, a little magic Splinter comes with everything you see here. Figure himself. He has his cane. Yeah, duh. Zoom in, you big dummy. He has his cane, which is also a sword. Pretty cool. You also get the weapon rack with the pop-out weapons, which I'm probably not even going to pop out, to be honest. 2 ninja stars. 3 arrows. You also get his cane swords, 2 of them, and a bow. So I'm gonna have to look. That might be a throwback to the vintage. So let's do a little more magic. Huh. Wow, what do you know? It is. So on the vintage, which this is the re-release vintage. You'll see oh, there it is. Nickelodeon in the corner. But throwback to Ninja Stars, his cane sword, and the bow and arrow. Hats off to you. Now let's have a look at Splinter himself. We're going to go in for that extreme close-up. That is really extreme. So, as you can see, man, they have some pretty good detail on these figures. They are $10 figures. Remember this. These are $10 figures. But look, they just didn't really fill it out. So I'm wondering if maybe putting a wash over these will make them look better. But the detail, not bad. I mean, it's lacking up in here, of course, but $10 figure, guys and gals. It's even got some tatters in his robe. Detail there in the knot. The wrinkles here. His fur. Eyes aren't even bad. Like up in the ear. On down to his little footsies with the wrap. I mean, you can see it's wrapped, but they're painted the same color. So I think with a paint application, and look at the tail, that kind of looks like a big worm. But that's what they look like, right? I think with some paint application, this could be a pretty cool looking figure, like with a wash and stuff. So as far as articulation, they're all pretty similar. You can go out to a T. They have the single pin on the elbow, so they can go to 90, or almost 90 at least. And it rotates there at the elbow. And they all, most of them at least, so far they rotate the wrist. There's no rocking. His head articulation looks like Splinter can do a 360, but there is no up or down articulation. His legs, though, he doesn't have knees. He's got kind of they're like, it's a small joint up in there with a rocker for the hip, but there's not a whole lot of movement, right? And the back leg, it can move around a bit more, but he doesn't have any knees. There are no knees. There's no rotation until you get down to his feet, and they only rotate. There's no rocking, I think. Oh, they do rock. Sweet. That's awesome. All right. That might change things, because as it was, he was really hard to get to stand because one of his legs is shorter than the other one, hence the cane, I guess. But now that I know his feet can rock, oh yeah, you can actually pose him without needing the cane to stand. All right, sweet. That's awesome. We learned that together. Next, let's just go ahead and get controversy out of the way, shall we? Now, April is not main release. She only comes in the Ooze Cruisin', is all I've seen her in so far, at least. And I can kind of see why. Now, again, they put quite a bit of detail in. There's just no wash to make it pop. So I think I am going to try a wash on these figures. Like, even good detail there on the shirt, the buttons, her name tag, I'm guessing that's what that is, or some pin, I don't know. Haven't seen the movie yet. None of us have. The necklace. But look, the applications don't match. It's not the same color from the neck to the face. And they also used a yellow ball for the neck joint, which is weird. They could have, used a darker color and it wouldn't stick out. Now, she does have a little bit of vertical. She can go side to side a little, and also has the 360. She can do a T. She has the same elbow thing, but her mold doesn't really let her rotate all that much, and it looks weird because of the angle. Oh, fireworks going off still. Okay. She comes with that. Like, the purse is okay. Like, look at the detail on the clothing, even. Like, she's got her buckle there on her jacket and pockets on the belts, and like even a little bit of folding and wrinkling, and they just need to be brought out with a wash. And her feet rock. It doesn't feel like it. And if we look close in there, I'm not seeing anything to indicate that it would. So I think they're just rotating ankles. She does have a knee, though. Single pin knee. Oh, no! She's really not all that posable either. She can't do... Like, it's about as wide as her legs will go. And without that rocking ankle, she is a little limited on posability. Oh, no, April. No. But yeah, you can get her to stand there, do April things, look at the turtles, and be like, what? You're mutant turtles? What? But, yeah, the paint app, that's weird. Where it doesn't match, and they use the yellow ball in the head, that's a little weird. Get a little more range of motion in the legs would be nice. But otherwise, yeah, there's April. On to our first turtle, bro. We have Leonardo. He's got the... Oh, man, that's pretty cool. Just noticed those. It's Ninja Stars. We'll go over articulation real quick, and then we'll get into details. So he can do the T. He can bend his elbow. It rotates there. It's a single pin elbow. His hands rotate, but I don't believe there's a rocker. Let's zoom in and see. I don't believe there's a rocker in there. Doesn't look like it. So I think they just rotate. With the hips, it's weird. If you rotate them the right way, then you can get them to do the splits. But as you can see, it's like a pin. It's like a pin and a hinge in there. It's not quite a ball. So it'd be cool if they would have went with a ball joint. They have a single pin knee, and I don't think their feet rock. Zoom in here. I think they only rotate. Yeah, I don't see a rocker in there. So that is disappointing. I wish they rocked. If they do rock, somebody let me know how you make them rock. But we're going to go in and look at the details now. Oh, and the head articulation. Very little vertical. You can do a little side to side, not really. And, of course, the full rotation. Let's go into detail. Once again, I'm seeing a common theme here. Look at those details on the plastron. Shout out to one of the viewers who taught me what this is. This is not a carapace. The front of the shell is a plastron. I guess this is the carapace. I think. Let me know that down in the comments. But one of the viewers pointed that out to me in one of the earlier videos, and I appreciate it. So here we go. New look of Leo. He's got like a cool look on his face. You know, he might be a little stoned. I'm not sure. Weapon storage works. The weapons, they have a little bit of detail to them. Like they're wrapped, and of course a different paint application. The storage works, which is great because the NECA Toon Turtles, you can't get Leo's swords through. So, good on you. Look at that, the detail in the shell. Now you got to remember, these are $10 figures. Look at the details. That just, I think they need a wash to be brought out. Maybe paint that a brown or a yellow. Look, they've got, well, that's the cast. That kind of got me for a second. But they have some like veins and texturing and stuff throughout. Think with a wash. Oh, and these pegs, they're huge. I don't even know what they work with. Okay, so they're too big for the DC stands that come with the McFarlane toys. You can hear it jiggling around in there. And they're even too big for the NECA ones. I can show you this. See? So I don't know what pegs you would use for these things. Anyway, for the sake of brevity, let's get on to Raph. All right, here we have Raph. He looks big. And like scaling them next to each other, I do like that they have different molds for each turtle, different designs. That's pretty cool. Got to remember, $10. $10 figure here. Let's zoom on in there. He's got the same articulation as Leo did, so we're just going to skip past that. No rocking of the knees. It's all the same stuff. So let's get right on into the details. New cartoonish looking face. I've heard that some people don't like that he's got the full bandana part. I really don't mind. I think it looks okay. In the trailer, he was funny too. He had a couple funny parts about how he's like, "Oh, I always think of fighting. That's a problem." No, it's not a problem. That was funny. Think he looks good. Again, the details on the plastron, on the belt even. I apparently need to pick up the one variant that is, this pouch is unpainted. You can get that in the individual pack, I believe. Details in the shell, in the legs, no tails. But there is size, which don't match the artwork. See his sai on the packaging? It's a thin blade. We got these thick blades. I get it. It's probably cheaper and easier to make those, but come on now. Match it up. I think they look pretty good for a $10 toy. On to Mikey. He's got the same articulation, so we're just going to skip that. He's got the wide head, which they do make a joke about in the trailer, so check that trailer out. It's actually pretty funny. But again, with a wash, it'll bring out some of these details. I think these are going to be great looking. Now, I had a QC issue here. The weapon storage for Mikey here was, I guess I can probably fix it by heating it, but it was just open like that, to where it had been pushed like that in the package and held. So, but as you can see, it does work, though they're kind of a pain to get in there, really, to be honest. You gotta spread it open. You gotta spread it open and then push that in there. I'm not going to do it on camera because I had him like pushed up against my belly to do it. So I'll let you all figure that out. Anyway, into the details. He's a little beat up from his nunchucks, but they're not like scratches and scrapes and stuff like with the other turtles we've seen, which is, I think, kind of a cool. And he doesn't have like cuts on the belt like Raph did and all that. It's more just little dents and stuff from the nunchucks. I think that's a cool little detail. I wish that'd be cool if they put them like here, from where he's like thunk 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 thunk. But $10 toys, guys and gals. $10 toys. And on to finally our boy, my favorite, Donnie. He has the same articulation as the other turtles. So let's just have a look at them details. What's up, Donnie? He's got glasses in this because they have optometrists. So did Splinter, though. I'm pretty sure he came with headphones. Yeah, I can't find them right now. I stopped and I looked. I paused the video and I looked. You'll probably see the cut, but I cannot find them. Once again, he needs a wash to bring out some finer details, and this will be a really good looking figure. I believe the Comic-Con version of these are all painted up and fancy looking. Like, look at that detail. He's got his smartphone or whatever there sticking out of his fanny pack, or his little turtle satchel that kind of looks like a little turtle head. See the bandana poking off there? That is pretty cool. I wonder if there's a buckle on there if you try and find. But yeah, if I do find his headphones, I will update you in part 2, which will be the bad guys. Donnie's looking pretty good. Once again, a wash, and it would bring out some stuff. His plastron is totally free and clear because he keeps everything away with that bow staff. His, I think, yeah, his is the only weapon that's not painted. It's part of the reason why I don't really care about the weapon racks, is because they're not painted. Now, they're not all orange. They were back in the day, but they're different. Like, I think Leo's are all silver, and then one of them is all orange, and just different. It's just all one color of plastic. So, let's do a little final thoughts. Do a little movie magic. And the final thoughts, we'll get to those. So here we go. So there you have it. There are the good guys from the main line of the Playmates Mutant Mayhem Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see if, I wonder if you can take off. Yeah, it looks like Splinter's also come off. Yep. Oh! Whoa. That really changes his character, doesn't it? Yeah. Whoa. More so than Donnie. Holy crap. So, final thoughts. For $10 figures, they're not bad. I don't think they're bad. Their posability is very limited, mostly because the turtles don't have ankle rockers. If they could rock their ankles and their wrists, oh, these would be great. These would be great, but no. I think they all need a wash, and just a few of the finer details need, going over. Like Raph here. I've seen people fill these in. They filled these in with markers and stuff. I think I'm going to give that a shot. If I have it done by the time I do video 2, then I'll give you an update. Also, we're going to try to find Donnie's headphones. But overall, I think for $10 a figure, these are really cool. They lack the posability, but I mean, they look cool. They're going to look nice on the shelf. And you got to remember, this is a movie that's, yeah, it's nostalgic for people like us, for me, adults like us who are, I say us, those of you watching this video, but they're aiming at kids, man. And kids are going to love it. And kids will play with these toys all day long if they play with toys. If they're on the iPad, they will not play with the toys. But that same could be said about all the figures. If the kids play with figures, then I think they're going to love these. I love them. I'm going to try to clean them up a bit, make them look a little bit better. But I say, hey, I say they're worth a buy at $10. And most likely you're going to find them clearanced out because I'm just one of them special boys. I'm a special boy, and I had to get out there and get them, early because, man, I think they look cool. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and join me next time where we have a look at this guy and his buddies. Like and subscribe.